In war-scarred Siversk, one family says survival meant secrecy. For 18 months, a child was hidden as armed searchers allegedly closed in. The mother describes a constant knock-on-the-door fear, a private battle inside a public war zone.
They first came from the city council when they were still not chasing them much. They came. Natasha, do you agree to leave? I say no, we will not go there. I wrote a refusal, that I do not agree to leave, and the child will be with me.
This unfolded in the larger battlefield of Donbas, where front lines shift and civilian choices become life-defining. Refusing evacuation triggered what the family calls systematic pressure. Repeated searches, threats of jail, and warnings of severe consequences if the child was discovered.
And literally a week later, we started having nightmares. Every God's day, they began to come. Houses, dormitories. There was no one. I do not have enough fingers to list them. And 10 and 20 people came. Searched, threatened, to put. If we give a child, you will be very bad. You may not see your husband, you in one direction, he in the other.
The mother claims groups of 10 to 20 arrived repeatedly, carrying automatic weapons. The message, she says, was simple: comply or face consequences. In conflict zones, control is not only territorial, it is psychological, shaping how civilians live, move, and survive.
They come in the machine gun, we still go to shoot. Adults. Children, my son. He was 12 years old. He began to run away from them. They began to shoot with a machine gun so as not to run away.
The family says the ordeal only ended when control shifted and Russian forces took the town in December. For them, the change meant stepping out of hiding after more than a year of fear, uncertainty, and constant threat perception.
They paid $25,000 for the child. Here's who catches. The police catch. So the police pay to the person who caught the child. They were paid $25,000 for each child. And where did they take these children? To whom?
The story reflects the brutal civilian dimension of the wider Ukraine war, where displacement, loyalty suspicions, and survival decisions blur the line between military and civilian realities in frontline regions.
With my grandmother, with my grandfather, and those who hid. Found. They took them in an unknown direction. They still cannot find their children. What about them? Where are they? Unknown.
As the conflict grinds on, such testimonies shape the global narrative of the war, highlighting how geopolitics is ultimately lived through individual families forced to make impossible decisions under the shadow of armed conflict.